Hey, this your girl, msyelladiva. I bring you another episode of Belle Collective, Season 6, Episode 4. What it says? Trouble in Belle-adise, okay? Trouble in Paradise and Belle-adise, okay? Anyway, if you are new here, welcome. This is the Diva Nation, and we do reviews here, child, honey, and we are family. And if you're returning, welcome back. Welcome back. Give me a thumbs up, like and sharing, comment and subscribe to my channel, and we'll begin. Okay. All right. Now, listen. I find so much information after I do these reviews, but now allegedly, Taste Bar and Grill has a lawsuit by the bar manager where somebody some either Latrice or Cliff's cousin, I forgot which one, but he tried to basically SA her, okay? And when they found out, they fired her, and so they got a lawsuit, okay? Okay, oh my God. They got a lawsuit, okay? That's allegedly, because I don't know. I don't know all that business, but allegedly, the guy tried to SA the bar manager, because the Selena was supposed to be the bar manager, but now they hired a bar manager, and yeah, and so also they have a city council. They had like a standing room only city council meeting where they're disturbing the peace over there in that area, and they don't want the condos because all these people are legally parking, and yeah, so it's looking bad for Cliff and Latrice over there. I guess the goddess list wasn't bringing in illegal parking and stuff like that, but that Taste restaurant is, and apparently it's more of a club than just a restaurant. So we will see. It's not looking good for Cliff and Latrice. That's the same way with Black. I think they had a lot of problems with Black on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Marceau and Letitia's stuff. They had problems with Black. Yeah, so I don't know, child. I don't know, but I don't like this SA stuff. I don't like that stuff. I knew it was some why they had a turnover. Cause remember, like the first episode, they was like they trying to interview another cook because they said the restaurant business got a lot of turnover. No, a restaurant business that is uh not ran well has a lot of turnover, but the ones that's ran well don't have a lot of turnover. So it's something about your business practices that's the reason why y'all got a lot of turnover. Okay, it ain't because just the restaurant business. Okay, because if you do good by your employees, they'll do good for you. Catch them teas. Okay, moving on. So we back to this pool party. Okay, so Javon telling Glen that uh that he was in. She saw the DMs that he sent to Amanda, and so Javon was like, "Stop playing with me. I seen the DMs." And so then she was talking to Marie, talking about Glenn, so I saw the DMs, Glenn, and they showed the beautiful bean footage about him supposedly having an outside child. Some lady sending breast pics to him, and it's just Glenn. Okay. So Letitia's still outside talking to Amanda. And Lateshia was like, "Yeah, Amanda, we cool, we cool." And I'm thinking to myself, wasn't Amanda on that? I think that first episode talking about? Well, you see what he go home to as far as Lateshia, but y'all cool. Apparently Amanda don't think y'all cool because she was just like, you see what he go home to. What the hell is that? Okay. What the hell is that? Anyway, um, so Latrice comes over. No, here's to go. Amanda was like, Glen always trying to get at me in my DMs. And she was like, on Instagram, she was like on Instagram and Facebook. And so, Latrice comes and she tries to get them to go back into the house. And so, Amanda was like, Latrice was like, no, we're not going nowhere. We're gonna see these DMs. So Amanda shows her these DMs, right? But apparently Lateshia done already seen these DMs or whatever. So she like, and it basically the DMs ain't nothing, okay? I don't know. She was just like, yeah, you wished him happy birthday and da da da, and so she was like, I remember this because I it was my birthday weekend. I don't know, child. I do not know. So basically, Lateshia had already seen these DMs, so the DMs ain't nothing. But she said that he recently tried to contact her in February, but they had, but they recommitted January 1st of this year. And he tried to get at her in February. So that's what Lateshia is upset about. So, the men gassing Glen up because the men left. And so they left the house and they are by the pool and they gassing Glen up, talking about, you if you don't get upset. When you get upset, you look guilty. You look guilty. That's the blind leading the blind, okay? But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. All of y'all, especially Cliff. That's the blind leading the blind. Matt may be able to talk to him, but Cliff, no. Cedric, no. Nope. No. Okay. Y'all, that's the blind leading the blind, honey. But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. Okay. So, Lateshia goes to Mandy. What she say? So she was just like, so he was trying to get with you. Mandy was like, he's trying to get with me about February 3rd. So they go confront Glen. So Lateshia was like, we committed the first of this year. And she was like, so let's clean this up. And Glen like, ain't nothing to clean up. Ain't nothing to clean up. And so Mandy was like, so Mandy's a liar. And she talking herself in third person. So Mandy is a liar. And so Lateshia was like, did you have sex with Mandy? And he was like, nah, I ain't had sex with Mandy. And so Mandy's still like, am I a liar though? Am I a liar? So Glen like, we dance, that's it. I ain't fuck around and I ain't take her home. Marie like, ooh, I was like, Marie, stop it. Don't do that, Marie. Don't do that. Marie, stop it. It's already crazy. It's already crazy. You know how they do. Anyway, so Lateshia in the confessional talking about, I'm humiliated, and she was like, these questions were geared towards me and Glen, and I'm just humiliated. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. You always humiliated when it come to Glen. Okay. When it don't come to Glen, you ain't humiliated. Okay. But when it come to Glen, you humiliated. So I don't even know why you even why it even affects you like this anymore. Okay. Anyway, that was the end of that scene. So then the next scene, Kerri and Marie goes to visit Lateshia. Okay. Kerri bring her flowers and stuff. You know, she in there just, sad and stuff. Latrice trying to call her because this is, this is the aftermath. Latrice trying to call her. She ain't answering she ain't taking her calls because, she feel like Latrice ambushed, brought Amanda there to ambush her and Glen. And she did, but this is a reality show. Okay. Lateshia thinks that Latrice, like I said, set her up to be ambushed, And she did. And this is a reality show. So why you even acting like that? Why you even acting like that? Okay. Then she was like, it's hurtful. I don't want to be a part of collective where people move like that. Then get off reality TV, Lateshia. Get off reality TV because this is what comes with it. Okay? If you can't stand the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen, Lateshia. The only thing that embarrasses you is Glen. And sometimes I think you put him up to it, okay? I don't think you put him up to it this time because you really tearful. You pulling off eyelashes and shit, crying and stuff. But I think some of the shit you put him up to, okay? Because this makes reality TV, and you feel like you're a producer. You trying to make good reality TV. It's okay. All right. So Marie was like, listen, I don't want to be harsh and stuff because, Marie is harsh. Marie a Pisces too. Marie is a Pisces. She a February Pisces, okay? But she a Pisces. She was like, I don't want to be harsh and stuff. Well, maybe I be wrong for saying this, but she a snake. And she showed you many times that she's a snake. Okay? So I don't even know why you upset. I don't even know why you upset because she is snake. I thought you and Latrice were friends, but listen, I'm a Pisces too. So, you can be friends, but you gotta keep them at arm's length. You can't be like telling them your business and stuff. Cause you got to keep them at arm's length. Y'all can be cordial and stuff. I get it, Marie. I get it. We Pisces. I don't get what you and said going on, but we're gonna keep it moving though. So, like I said, she crying. She said she's so tired. She's so tired. She pulling off her lashes and stuff. Bless her heart. She crying. So anyway, the next scene, Latrice meets up with Amanda. Latrice was like, these Bells gonna blame me for all of this shit. I mean, and they are, and they will. Okay. What did you expect? You bring in Amanda, then you making some questions, and then all this shit blow up. Who did you expect them to blame? Okay, I'm just asking for a friend. Amanda apologizes for the situation, but she did say back in February that he had his arms around her waist, and so I get it. I'm quite sure they was flirting in February. They was dancing, they was flirting and stuff like that. I get it. I don't think Glen actually slept with her, but I don't put it. I don't put it past him either. Okay, I don't put it past him. Okay, but and so let me see. Oh, I don't. Oh, So Cliff, that's what it was. Cliff is mad because his boy got ambushed at his house for cheating. Okay. And that we're gonna do that at Cliff's house. Okay, we do that everywhere else, but we don't do that at Cliff's house. That my boy is ambushed for cheating. Okay, we don't do that at Cliff's house. So Cliff mad, but Cliff don't even live there. He live in the condos. Okay, because they because they live in the condos. Okay, oh, he live in the condos and Latrice live there. So I don't know what he mad about. Anyway, moving on. Matt is a sports agent, and he was like, there's not a lot of black sports agents, so he is in the minority, but he still is a sports agent. Good for you. Let's get you some claps. Yeah, good for you. Kerri come to the gym with smoothies and gossip, because that's exactly what she did. Okay. She was like, "Hey, got you some smoothies and stuff," and she was like, he was helping a boy with his batting, and she was like, "I wish I got you a smoothie. You want mine?" He was like, "No, ma'am." Okay. So then, like I said, she came with smoothies and gossip. So they talking about the pool party. Matt said, "I felt bad and awkward for Glen," and so he said he shot him a message on IG, and she was like, "So you was in his DMs?" You was in his DMs too?
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyway, and so she was just like, "Why?" Kerri was like, "I'm just glad it's not us." And then Matt was like, "Well, we do have our flaws." Yeah, y'all do. But it ain't that, or it may come out if you still on the show next season. It may come out next season that Matt done slept with somebody. But right now, you don't have that problem. Okay, right now you don't have that problem. So Cedric, Cedric, he has a hair school next door to where he lived. He done built a hair school next door to where he lived. And so I guess he built a hair store. I don't know. But the hair store is next door to where he lived, basically. Marie said they met in cosmetology school. Now, I never knew that Marie went to cosmetology school with these finger waves in these last century. Because the finger waves was out in the 90s. So last century finger waves, okay? I had no idea that she went to cosmetology school. And she met Cedric in cosmetology school, okay? How did she get into mental health and everything like that? Well, I think because her mama, I don't know. I think it was something with her mama that she was in mental health. But whatever the case may be, she is in. She gonna Beijing his beard, okay? Because he wanted his beard darker, and because he don't want all the grays to show. I don't know why. I don't know why men Beijing stuff. Just go gray. It's okay. It is okay. Anyway, so Marie was like, "Listen, if we trying to get back together and stuff, you gonna have to get rid of your bed in that full size bed, because that room ain't gonna take no queen size bed." You got to get rid of that bed in there and get you another bed and stuff. She was just like, that's just too many memories and stuff in there. So you going to have to get a full size bed. And then she was like, you going to keep that place? Cause apparently he going to move in with, her and her daughter and their daughter and stuff. So he was like, "Nah, I want you to help me fix it up. I want you to help me fix it up." I said, "Ooh, it's going to take you a lot, honey. with that drill in the kitchen, and what else they had in the kitchen? And that salmonella in the freezer and stuff. Cause I don't know that freezer brought food and stuff in there. Yeah, you gonna have to do some stuff. He was like, yeah, I want you to fix it up. And she was like, why? So, you can, have your bachelor pad over there. He was like, no, just in case somebody want to come stay, you know. Maybe my son will want to come stay, or my family and stuff. So, but we don't know, honey, because he may want it for a bachelor pad, That's what they do. So anyway, so then Cedric was like, well, do you trust me? And I was like, what? What you talking about? Hell no. And then she was like, yeah, girl. Come here, Pisces sister. Come here. What did he do to make you trust him again? What did he do to make you trust him again? He ain't put in no effort to make you trust him again. What did he do to make you trust him again? I'm asking for a friend. Okay? Cause I don't know what he's done to gain your trust. Oh, okay. I'm just asking. Anyway, so they talk about Glen and Lateshia, and so Marie was like, I know how it feels to be disrespected by a mistress. And if you know what it feels like to be disrespected by a mistress, what has why am I call him Cliff? That's not Cliff. What has Cedric done to gain your trust? Okay. But she says she know what it feels like to be disrespected by a mistress. And for her to sit beside Lateshia at that pool party and ask her husband, are you attracted to her? That she said that was just now that's disrespect. So what has Cedric done to gain your trust? Okay. My Pisces sister, what has he done to gain your trust? Because it don't think he ain't did nothing yet. He ain't did nothing. I don't even know why you trying to move him back into the house. Okay. Y'all should just date. Y'all ain't got to move in with each other. Y'all should just date. And so you can gain that trust back. You just can't just be throwing your legs like that. Anyway, moving on. Kerri planned a romantic dinner for her and Matt that night. She still got that drawstring ponytail. That drawstring ponytail. But she just trying to, tell Matt that he's important too. And, her job is important, but he's important too. All right. Okay. So, Glen and Robert are painting the carport. And Robert is his stepfather. Okay. And Robert telling him he a good man, this stuff will pass and stuff like that. I don't know if he a good man, stepfather Robert, okay? I don't know he a good man, but you may not be a good man too. You may have cheated on his mama too, so that he may get that from you, okay? We don't know. As far as I'm concerned, all the men in Jackson cheat too. Just like all the men in Huntsville cheat, all the men in Jackson cheat too, as far as I'm concerned, okay? Because it don't look like. Because the men that don't live in Jackson, like Matt in Biloxi, and what was the man name? Willie. He lived in New Jersey and stuff, They didn't cheat. Okay, well we don't know what happened with Matt, but as far as we were all we know is they ain't cheat. But all the men in Jackson cheat. So if you live in Jackson, you probably cheated too. So you probably cheated on his mama too. Anyway, but allegedly, because I don't know. All right. So but then Lateshia come out, send Robert into the house, because she got to get this scene together. Okay, let's get this scene together. Okay. So Lateshia was like, on the ride home, she talking to Glen. On the ride home, she said, you said that Amanda said that she was gonna fuck you. And so, but that's per Glen. Okay, we don't know, what Amanda's side is, but Glen said that 3 years ago, it was 3 years ago, that Amanda came to him talking about he was gonna fuck her. Okay, so, but then she said, but we made a recommitment on January 1st to be together and not to have all this crazy shit coming into our family. So, and so she was like, so why did you bring her around me? And so Glen was like, I ain't bring her around you. So apparently, let's back this up. So apparently Glen didn't tell her 3 years ago that Amanda came to him and said she was gonna fuck him. He didn't tell her 3 years ago. So she being Amanda's friend and not knowing that what took place, and we don't know because this allegedly, because this is per Glen, we don't know Amanda's side, but he should have told her at that time, because now she over here, this Mandy that, Mandy this, Mandy that, and if she said that he was gonna fuck her, what? What in the hell? What in the hell? Okay. You should have told her back then, but you told her now. So now she mad because you brought her around her, but he said, I ain't bring her around you. And he said, Latrice did that. And then, but he made a good point. He said, Latrice always bringing stuff to you. He said, she brought Antoinette back around to, and her and Antoinette didn't get along. So he said she brought Antoinette back around. Latrice told her about the outside baby that Glen may or may not have. Okay. And she brought her hairdresser. That's Amanda around. So I get that. I get you, Glen, so Latrice is the problem. But you should have told Lateshia if that happened 3 years ago. You should have told her so she can have a side eye on Mandy. Okay? That's the problem. Okay. But Glen was like, she did all this stuff to you. That's foul as fuck. You hurt. I'm disappointed. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about our son. They don't give a fuck about you. I'll put it that way. So Lateshia in the confessional saying she don't know who to trust. I don't know why I don't receive what I give. No. Lateshia, you are not without fault. What the fuck did you do to the colognes? Willie and Akeisha. What did you do to them? Don't act like you innocent in this. Cause you were trying to get somebody to go into Willie's DM so he could cheat on or at least, at least respond and stuff like that to, so he was so you can get something on Akeisha. So don't act like you innocent in this, baby. You are not innocent in this, because that you did that to the colognes. Okay. So don't act like you innocent in this. Anyway. But that's allegedly too, because that did come from Latrice. So Latrice may be the problem. I don't know. That's a good point. Because Akeisha said Latrice told me. So Latrice may be the problem. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But I still don't put it past you, because you never liked Akeisha. You never liked her because you had some dirty plates in your brunch, and she was trying to do stuff on Fisher Street or whatever that street is. Yeah. So you never liked Akeisha. So I do not put it past you. But it did come from Latrice. So I don't know. What sign is Latrice? She better not be a Pisces, because she messy as fuck. Anyway. So Lateshia told Glen, it's hard to believe you, but I thought I removed all the snakes from me. Not that way. So then she was like, but I'm tired of being played. I'm tired of people playing in my face. Well, you do unto others as you want them to do unto you, baby. Okay. So if you playing in people's face, they're gonna play in your face. Okay. You're not innocent in this, Lateshia. You're not innocent in this. Okay. I feel bad for I feel bad for you, but you're not innocent in this. Okay. So Glen was like, we good. And so Lateshia was like, well, if we not good, then just leave me the fuck alone. I know that's right. Leave me the fuck alone too. Okay. But anyway, that was the end of the episode. All right. So give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And we will see you in the next video. Peace.